As a simple example of phonics or fractal expansion of a spell, let's look at one letter to illustrate. Can you spell the sound of the letter R in any way? Sure you can, in the new spell, hidden of A-R-E, as in, are you going out tonight? Now, based on the sound, we have 3 new letters. Well, 2 really, but 3. They're all new in the context of the 3, so it's true. 3 new letters, not just an R anymore. It's a new R. So typically there's 3 with the hidden 4. There's the quad. So now, based on the sound, we have 3 new letters formerly hidden from view due to the "you must spell everything our way" school programming, or get a big X on your paper. Fear, peer pressure, docked in that false reality program of squiggles. Since we have 2 new letters, we also have 2 new syllables. Scylla, bulls. Scylla, many-headed hydra. Serpent, bulls, creation. Taurus fields in the form of A-R-E, with all letters having more than one singular sound. Gee, it sounds confusing. No, it doesn't. You just need to take 5 minutes. The letter A has an A and an Ah sound. So now it's air and R. See how quickly this fractals? You saw the I in there and the H in front, didn't you? Yeah. And if you didn't, you should. That's how quickly I go fractal on this. Condensing all the sounds, rather all the spells into the sounds. Air? See them all? Okay. Where were we? The letter A has an A and an A sound, as well as many others, depending on the spell it is cast in, namely a word of any all forms. So, as an example of this expansion, follow the sounds, not the sigils like this. R-E sounds like R-E, as in aria. Creating the new sound of R equals R-E, which translated means the Most High. Once you hear a new sound, look at how that sound is literally defined, where that sound is now added, an added point of view or a meaning to the original and fully interchangeable. Enter, inside, changeable, change the intention creation by your definition. You will see the definitions, the Phonecian in the definitions I show you. I expand them for you. Look bigger. You will find very quickly the sheer magic in all words and spells like you have never seen before. This is the fundamental truth that was kept from you in that all creation is based on sound, regardless of frequency, where light and sound only differ in that regard, in the same way that a royal flush is simply a straight flush like any other, where it is the light or pictures that determine the agreed, quote-unquote, upon value based on the rules, quote-unquote, of the game. It is still fundamentally a straight flush, regardless of an external perceived programmed value. The value placed without is the value or contract agreement of that value within your creation. In short, if you think it has value, it does. If you think it does not, it doesn't. Your reality is based solely upon what you agree with or not, and how deeply you, like the rest of us, were programmed to think in a certain way like everyone else, or choose your own path. Fundamentally, it all comes down to you, your choices to be part of the program or not, to pin the tail of your own donkey duality of do-ni-ki, chi-ki life, which means to surrender to creation's true life path itself, also known as Christ mind, and or the dun-ki, end life, lies antichrist. Those that think they are a legal name are as the Walking Dead with their 666 carbon pencil marks of the beast they think they are. Try playing in the commerce whore of Babylon Dead world without that mark, and you'll experience the truth for yourself. I don't deal in theories. I put truth to the test once realized within, regardless of what some monkey programmed reality being thinks. Having been one once, no thanks. The how-to is mind-numbingly simple, while the hard part is getting people to actually sit down for a few minutes to play. You've heard me and many others say to remove the pledge, PLDG, in all words and reverse the intent using, in order, replacement mirrors of RO-RO-KT or RRKT. Get it? It's a joke, you'll see it. Here's a brief explanation of the sigil/letter/squiggle on a one-by-one basis. The symbol of P is facing the opposite direction of the Greek letter Rho, revealing the mirror of intention. It is illustrated perfectly in the Vatican's Chi Rho symbol, the XP overlay symbol referred to by some as the Christogram, where it is the symbol of the Antichristogram in its literal translation intent reversal. It is the labarum, or rather the law bar nth, y nth, y to the nth, y to the nth. The letter P in translation is synonymous with Lucifer, penis, pencil, carbon 666, beast, Church of Peter, etc. The letter L is left, the cane fields of the mind, where Abel is perceived as the right, the source of all creative seeds. It represents, in the simplest of terms, Lucifer, the concept choosing evil over truth and benevolence. Please keep in mind that these are but a few of the fractals exposed in these sigils in order to expose the duality of this reality. But first, that duality must be found in yourself first. Don't expect to see anything if you cannot simply open your eyes and look first, where programming insists you shouldn't, out of an illusional reality of this duality program since birth called fear. The D is only half the whole and thus a mirror divided. The G is an incomplete hex, not quite a 6, or Psi-X, S-I-X, Psi-Key, P-S-I-K-E-Y, / Psi-Key, P-S-Y-C-E, / mind. Psi-Key, spirit, life, mind, thought itself, you, Yan, within. Again, all of these fractal into more proofs than any ego can deny, let alone handle. But they do. To simplify the replacement intents of RRKT versus PLDG, R represents Rho, the spirit breath of life. The K, the essence of spirit and life coming forth from within, where Ka is Egyptian of personified spirit, and T is simply the law of truth itself, the crosshairs, heirs of spiritual existence. K, Rho, Ki Rho's heirs, crow's heirs, found in its counterpart in Phonecian as an O womb with an X light inside it, looking like a sniper rifle crosshairs. At the point of the greatest coward, you will find the greatest courage spiritually in the mirror. What is black, perceived as absolute black, must have an absolute white to contrast it. It is all about contrast, contract, CMS as well. Remember, all of creation is a co-inside ence, not a co-insid-ence. Get inside. Get your duality inside mind. You'll see the singularity once you do that. Which means to sort out the duality within the self first, and then you will see the complete duality of this reality. This is the singularity reality realms, where the duality is fully exposed within self and all, once that duality is solved within self. While one remains thinking they are a legal name identity or any singular name identity at all, they remain forever in duality, illusion, and fear. Phonics reveals the lie, truth, in every name on this planet, so I can be any name, path I choose, always choosing the truth path in any name or perceived sound. If you are walking illegal, just a little note here, if you are walking in a legal name personification, you are walking the lie, not the path. Okay? Enjoy your lies, enjoy your reality. Don't bitch, because your dreams aren't coming true. You're the one killing them, not me. As an example, I will face off with good versus evil. Here's an example of turning good into literal evil as a definition, and evil into literal good as a definition, where good is evil, evil is good, to be or not to be and not to be, good or evil, good and evil in the singularity, cross airs, zero point of creation, source thought itself. You ready? As an example, I will face off with good versus evil to transform both into their opposite, commonly thought you meant, mirrors. Good has both the G and the D in it, both the incomplete hex, Antichrist, and the mirror of D, which translates letter by letter into this sentence. All letters, words are full sentences of intention, by the way. Here it is. This is what good translates into. Literally, using Phonics. All the rules to break all the rules. According to the rules, fuck the rules, kind of thinking. Good means this, in its mirror of evil. The hex of the womb of creation in the womb of the mere duality of half the whole. Doesn't sound so good now, does it? Now remove the pledge and it becomes Kut, or the spirit essence in the womb within the womb of truth. There are duality differences in the intentions of uppercase and lowercase sigils as you know them, or rather as you thought you knew them. That's the programming bit that needs removed. This involves you and your own creativity outside of the lines drawn around you and boxed in your thinking. I'm sticking to the uppercase for the absolute clarity on their upper kase, or upper spirit of creations.